Hi, Berklee, New York team. My name's Mervin John. I'm coming to you from my home studio here in beautiful sunny Singapore. And I'm definitely looking to apply for the Masters of Arts in Songwriting and Creative Technology. While my bachelor degree is actually in accounting and finance, I've found that concurrent to that development, I've been very much involved with the church music scene here in Singapore. And I've been doing this for about 2 decades now. So much so that I actually never got a chance to practice as an accountant. But I was in those 2 decades. I've been a creative music director full time for 12 years in a church. I've helped with many national projects here in Singapore. I've been working in recording studios. I've done some tracking myself. My lead instrument is actually the electric guitar. And so I find myself in an interesting season where, as of April 2021, I decided to become a full-time music producer to help local artists here and to take that to the next level. Now, why would I like to come to Berklee NYC? I have actually about 9 reasons that I've written in my written essay that was submitted. But I thought I'll just kind of highlight 3 of the ones that I'm kind of most passionate about. Firstly, I've been in the producing game now for about 9 months. I've been working a lot with Logic Pro X, a bit of touching in Ableton Live as well as Pro Tools. But I've noticed the general content that I've put out is pretty much still at demo quality. While I have a rough understanding of pretty much the whole process at different levels, but I definitely need something that takes me forward to go from a prosumer to pretty much a world-class standard. And I have been looking for world-class faculty and a very structured educational process to help me with that, because that's been my background growing up with education. Secondly, I come from the country of Singapore, and in Singapore there's a lot of art developments lately, especially with music, and there's this whole thing about moving forward to raise a whole generation of new producers, new songwriters, new musicians, and I definitely feel a lot for my country and the development of the scene here, both in the church world as well as in the mainstream world, and I hope to really catch the curve, so to speak, and play my part, because times are really passionate and urgent here, and I do want to be equipped enough to help what's happening in my country. And thirdly, I've been a big fan of Berklee for a long time. I've actually followed Berklee from the days of Tomo Fujita, who is in the electric guitar department, being an influence over John Mayer's life. And from those days all the way till now, I've always followed what you guys have been doing there. And I've also had the chance to speak to many alumni who are here in Singapore who have attended, particularly the degree programs of Berklee, and they've always had a stellar report about the educational process there. So now I would like to have my turn and play my part and be mentored under you world-class guys who are over there. Now, as for projects that I would like to work on in my 12 months there, I actually have a few things that are options, but probably closer to the date, if I do get in, I would be able to concretize my approach. But I did want to list a few of them here. Probably the most interesting one that I have is that just in December, I was signed by a budding client who's interested to develop a movie musical along the lines of like The Greatest Showman, and kind of what the songwriting duo of Pasik and Paul did with that movie. And I found this a really interesting thing because it gave me brevity to produce or even executive music produce across the genres in this particular project. So this is something that's very much in my mind. Now, of course, together with that, I do have some longer term contracts with concurrent clients who, even if I went away for a year, they probably still want me to produce remotely. I'm also interested to work on a personal project, very much in the pop and EDM space. So there are all these things in terms of the practical nature of things that I could work on as a project. If it comes to research, one particular topic that has been really interesting me is the development of cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens, which are NFTs. And this idea of being able to own digital content and the rights to it, and how that would actually affect the music industry moving forward if people could put up things and begin to sell rights to music. I do have friends who, my main referee is actually the CEO of Sony Music in Taiwan, and he's been telling me a little bit about how that could affect the artist market. So I'm kind of interested to know how this would take the industry forward if this became a mainstay in the industry. So in conclusion, if given the opportunity to come to Berklee NYC, which I would do with my wife and probably my cats, I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you, taking my place in what would be an exciting global community, and I'm really looking forward to the like-minded people and being able to have collaborative possibilities both in the time at Berklee as well as after that. For my future plans, I would want to come back to Singapore, continue my producing career here, and definitely play a part, as mentioned before, to the development of the music industry here in Singapore. On that note, I really want to wish you the best possible start to 2022. Thanks so much for watching this, and God bless, and please stay safe. Take care. See you soon.